Hello guys, so I'm gonna share some tips with Animal Hospital. So let's start with the head bangle. Oh my goodness! So when somebody comes and goes to the window and just bangs their head on them, then that's the head bangle. You can just so you can just give him coffee, but here's a tip with the coffee: take 2 sips before giving it to Bonnie or the head bangle. They don't really mind. Anyways, so if you give the coffee to the head bangle, then the coffee will cool him down and then he'll leave after like a few seconds. Next up, Bonnie. So Bonnie is pretty weird. Anyways, first time you see him, he'll ask for a coffee. And like I said, take 2 sips of the coffee before you give it to Bonnie. After you give the coffee to Bonnie, then Bonnie will ask you a question. He'll ask you if you can watch his suitcase. And actually I won't spoil it, but anyways, then he'll just leave for a while. And then when you see him again, he'll ask for another coffee, 2 sips of coffee, and yep. But after that, he'll ask you for a scalpel. And just give him the scalpel. And also, the scalpel's only in the surgery room, so go to the surgery room and wait. And get the scalpel and give it to Bonnie. I don't know what he'll do with it, but you give it. Actually, not. Anyways, so now when Bonnie comes, he'll ask for the coffee, and then after he'll ask for the suitcase back. Then he'll just take it, then leave. Now, after the next time he comes and you give him the coffee, and now in a later shift, Bonnie will come over to the desk and ask you if he can hide a video in the counter. And then, and if you say no, I don't really know what happens, but when you say yes, then he'll come inside. Then, yeah, after he comes inside, the next person to come is actually also Duckman. Also, Duckman is trying to search for Bonnie. Also, forgot to mention this, but after you give him the scalpel, the next time he comes, he'll ask for coffee, and then he'll ask you to take a picture of him. Then then his real phone shows. Then yeah, and then after Duckman comes, then also Duckman will ask you if you've seen Bonnie at all. And since Bonnie is hiding in the bag with you, you have 2 options. You can say no or yes. If you say no, then Bonnie will just come out and kill him. Also, his face changes here. And if you say yes, if you say no, then Bonnie will come. But before that, he'll give you another coffee maker. But if you say yes, then he'll just kill Dr. Duckman. Yeah. Now next time for the bed. Now it's time for the bed monster. You can give him maple syrup, a transplant, a heart for some reason, and others like the Hido, and then tone. But I recommend getting the maple syrup, because for the transplant and also the hydro, then you have to be. They have for the health because you have to get. Because you have to go to the Alice. On with the eye monster. The eye monster is on the roof, and you can actually. The eye monster is on the roof, and if you think that there's no way to get him out, you're wrong. So if you go and you get eye drops, then you can put that. Then you can use that to stop the eye monster from taking your sandy. It takes 2 sandy. Also, when you're doing this, you'll lose sandy, so do it at your own risk. Anyways, now that we have those ones covered, it's time for the hideout. The hideout is really sneaky, but yeah. If you come too close to the hideout, then he'll go back to black. Then he'll chase you. There's 2 ways to get rid of him. You can use the fire extinguisher to get him out of you, and you can also if you didn't realize it, if you didn't realize that the hideout was there, and he starts chasing you, then you can just go on the vending machines to kind of get you, and then you can just wait out there until it disappears. The ghost, you can shoot it and stuff. You can shoot it. I think it can face through walls. But I'm pretty sure shooting it is like the only thing that you can do. That's to my knowledge, but if you have any other ways, then comment it down below. And oh yeah. Also, when you have to do the surgery, then a purple monster with tentacles can come out of the patient, and you have to finish the patient, and you have to do the surgery before the time runs out. Because if the time runs out, then I think you die. Yeah. I'm trying to think of another one. We'll go pull it up. Also, if you come across an anomaly, then you can just shoot them. Don't lie, you can just shoot them. Also, here's a way to show the anomalies. So you can instantly. So once you find out that they're an anomaly, you can check them in and start an account as the. And also, when you check the anomaly in, so say you're on Shift 3 and you come across an anomaly. So let's say we're on Shift 2, and we haven't checked on any patients yet. We come across an anomaly and we check them in. Now you only have to check in 2 patients. Now follow the anomaly to the room, and now after that, you do the whole thing, the blood scan thing, the computer, but don't give him what he needs. You can give him the wrong thing to kill him, and it won't count as an hospital death because it's an anomaly. Also, if you do this on shift 2, then also if you do this on shift 2, can actually just check in everybody that comes to this because even if they're an anomaly, you can't really they can't turn into an anomaly because you don't have the tase. Because you don't have the tase yet. That's cool. And that's all I can really think of right now. If I come across, if I think of any other ones, then I'll come back to you guys. So, yep, that's some tips for Animal Hospital. And see ya!